And we are live. Let's turn some volume up here in the game. Ooh. This is John Wathen. John Lennon is right in front of him, and these are our practice times up here on the left. I am technically sitting in 11th place, even though I have not left the pits. That's magical how that works. So qualifying starts at 9 o'clock, and the race probably starts about 9:30. And I'm just getting this stream started a little bit early to do some verification and make sure that it's working without any issues. And it seems to be working just fine. So how do I get the... So this is practice. And we are watching John Wathen drive around Spa 66. currently have 12 drivers on the track. Not sure how many we're going to get before the race starts officially. I think we've been running in the 18 range, 18 to 24 for this mini series as the wheel turns. The Throwback Sports Car Challenge. Ooh, that was some pretty drifting by Mr. John Wathen. Let's see who's right behind him. That'd be Iggy, I think. Maybe. Oof, that was close. Still watching Mr. John Wathen, just because I haven't really started doing much else. Let's go check in John Ludden and see what he's up to. John Ludden has so far put in a 3:43.9, and he is leading the times here in practice. I'll be curious to see if that sticks during the race, but I think these 343, 344, 345s, those are legitimately fast times. Qualifying session may show slightly faster times, so I'll be curious to see if those times improve at all, but this is probably what we're looking at for fast laps at race trim. Oop. So tonight they are driving the Porsche 908 LH. And this is around Spa 66. This is a conversion, I think, from an old R Factor track. And it's been upgraded to be functional with a set of Corsa. See if I can put the real world time up here somewhere. Should probably have made that transparent. I'm just going to tuck that down here in the corner so we can keep track of time in the real world. IRL. Lol. And then up here at the top we have our practice time, which that will not run down. We are about 10 minutes away from 9 p.m., which is race start. Qualifying start. Sounds like Jesse Olsen is having a little computer trouble. Hopefully he is able to make it in to the race this evening. Have to race like the plebeians and just use a single monitor. Ooh, John Wathen with a 42. He may be in Mr. Wathen is in the pits, so that's not interesting. Here we are with Ian. Says he's on an out lap, which will last close to 4 minutes, I'm sure. Let's see. Go down the list here. Here we go. Ludden is on a hot lap, possibly in race trim.
I just had an awesome slot.
So for tonight's drinking game, I think that you have to finish your beverage if somebody hits livestock. Because we do have cows and horses and things near the track, and I've been told some of them are hard physical objects and will wreck your car. Let's see if Mr. Jolicoeur is on a hot lap. It says he is. So we'll keep our eye on this for a moment. We are 5 minutes to qualifying, assuming it starts promptly at 9 p.m., which it should. Sorry, I was adjusting my setup here. Ludden is... Watson's in the pits. Ludden is out. 4 minutes. 4 minutes remaining. Let's see who else is out. Here's Salem. Salem's putting in... he's about 1 second behind Ludden. And somebody's trailing him. Let's see who that is. John Houston? Maybe? Yes. John Houston is trailing Salem. We'll hang out with him for a moment. Let's actually switch to Houston's car. And spin this around. I don't know if we're going to get the same exciting... ooh, there's a little bit of fire coming out of the exhaust, but it's tucked under that that back tail end a little bit too much for us to get a good healthy dose of fire. Ooh. Don't hit the people. Two minutes. The qualifying. Looks like Houston is on maybe a slightly slower pace here than Salem. Salem and John are both known to be pretty fast around most places, so I would not be surprised to see them putting up similar times. Although this track and this car combination is different enough that if you've not raced it before or raced similar cars on this track, it could be a bit of a learning experience.
That's funny. Just improved my time by 4 seconds and didn't improve my position. That's hilarious.
You're close. Well, okay. You got another 3 seconds before you get up, catch up with Matt Taylor. There's most everyone in front of you is in the 40s. 48.4 is where Matt Taylor is. There's actually a nice little group in the 42, 43, 44 range.
Well, hopefully they all wreck or something.
There's a bunch of people, you know, this is a pretty long track, so having a 1 second gap on a track that people aren't as familiar with and a car people aren't as familiar with, it doesn't seem that abnormal, really.
Hey, what's going on, Jake?
Hey.
Hey.
Are you on?
Yeah, we're live.
Right on.
I went ahead and just fired it up like, 20 minutes ago or something, just to try to make sure I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, well, it's nice. It's nice to have some time to work out the kinks. Even I usually start one, and then just for the official season races, I restart it right before the race starts, and then run the intro.
Yeah.
So that works really well because then you get to check it out, make sure it's not crazy bad or anything. Anyway, hopping in.
Hey, how you doing?
What's the password, Elvis?
I don't think there's a password.
Nope. I'm gonna risk it. Nobody's got NAGP spot though, so we'll be okay. Greg, you racing?
Yep. Well, I'm driving around. Is that the same thing?
I guess.
I think so.
I don't have.
I think we'll let that count.
Sweet.
It's the thought that counts, right?
Or as I say, it's the visualizing that counts.
It will certainly count if you survive.
Jake, have you gotten to run any laps on this track car combination?
Oh, sorry. I was muted. No, not one. Otherwise, I'd be driving around. And they just started qualifying. No, it'd be fun probably to start from the back, but I haven't tried it, so probably not a good idea. I have driven this course, and I caused a massive accident. One of the early corners on lap 1, and so I was hoping maybe to redeem myself, but then I didn't practice, so not today.
So now we're on our out lap, which is the most exciting lap ever during a race. Watching everyone not setting times yet.
Yep.
We are following Chris Moses around because he is leading the charge.
Well, and you know, Chris Moses in particular has an aptitude at really spectacular crashes around here, so keep an eye on Chris Moses. In the Ferrari, it was quite a show. Probably one of the great NAGP broadcast moments is where Al sees Moses flying off the track and go catapulting into the field there.
Guess we have some natural embankments that act as pretty good ramps here.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got some buildings that aren't necessarily solid, so you may just sort of fly through them and find yourself going up a hill somewhere else. It's really interesting.
I've heard some of the
but I hear the
livestock
grass
is solid.
sticky. I hear that. Apparently so. Not the livestock itself, but actually one of the livestock is equipped with a metal pole. So
Just to make sure it doesn't fall over.
right. Well, I mean, it's important that your livestock stay standing. So
You don't want your cows getting tipped. So we're about 2.5 minutes into our qualifying session. Do you think these guys are going to be running multiple laps for their qualifying mini stints, or do you think they'll be doing an out lap and a hot lap and then back to it?
Greg, you got a driver's opinion on that one? Because as I said, I haven't done a lap.
Do they even have multiple tires? Is it just straight vintage tires? Oh,
I believe, yeah, so that I can answer it. I do believe it's just straight vintage tires, just like the other Porsche.
I can actually turn on. Oh wait, is it tab? Yes, everyone's on V.
Vintage, yep. That's the only tire option they have tonight, and it's not very good.
So there's no tire advantage to be had. So your only possible advantage is running a lower fuel load, but it takes so long to get around here. If you're only running an out lap and a hot lap, you're going to be cutting down considerably on the number of hot laps you get to run. So I would expect to see at least an out lap and 2 hot laps.
That is definitely what I would be doing if I were driving. It's a challenging course to get right, and so you figure you got to put in a safe one at some point. Maybe, you know, do an out lap, do a safe lap, and then start trying to gain a little pace. You know, qualifying not necessarily a good time to do a bunch of practice laps, but you can gradually wear down your fuel and get more comfortable and you know, see what you can do. Why not? It's certainly a big enough track to get plenty of room when you're qualifying, so that's going to help these guys get their best time. Wow. Ooh, this looks sketchy. First time taking a look here.
I may have forgotten to turn the arms and wheel back on. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no wheel here.
That's all right. Just don't use that. They don't even like that camera. If you use the let's see, hit F6, until you can see the driver and the road ahead, and they like that one.
Is it possible to change where this camera is? This F6 cockpit cam. Is it possible to move it around at all?
I don't believe so. No, don't think so. No.
I was thinking there was some way. Or maybe it's if you're in the regular F1 cam, you can push it to the side and move it around and kind of use it like this one. But you do have the controls, but again, I forgot to turn the... Oh!
Oh! Oh my goodness!
That was rough.
That was,
that
was rough, because he was almost done.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's going to come around first then? Is it Olsen?
Maybe just switch around to I'm with Ludden now.
Short list today.
It's all about quality, not quantity.
Yeah, you got that right. Post on the forum, if you didn't practice, don't even come. And they're not wrong, because this is a brutal track.
It's a long track to try to learn on the fly.
Yep. Ian's here.
And this is, it's got a lot of the same names for these corners, but this looks nothing like modern Spa.
No. No. Especially this one right here, turn 1. Jeez. That has totally changed over the years.
Got that back end kicking out. Ooh, and he hits the railing, and that's going to be about the end of that.
Who are you watching, Moses?
Ludden.
Ludden. Oh, Joe Court's the wall. All right, so has anybody got a timed lap in yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm with Matt Taylor now. He's on an out lap, so that's no good. Wathen is potentially on a hot lap.
Okay, Ludden just finished a lap, but took some
I'm on a hot lap, but it ain't hot.
Well.
Let's see.
Oh, geez.
Oh. Oh. That was rough. Let's see what Jesse Olsen's up to.
All right, Jesse Olsen. 347.
And it looks like he's driving around for another one.
That's a reasonably quick lap. Yeah, and you're right. I think you're absolutely right about that. These guys are going to do a few. They don't want to carry too much fuel, but you know, with the car with so little grip, you don't. The weight difference makes a speed difference, but you don't feel it as much. They don't. They just don't stop whether they're full or empty. I like the engine though, that's cool.
Ooh. Yeah, the first race was nice because we had some flames coming out of the rear end of the vehicle. That was fun.
Oh, there's still flames under there. You gotta look for them. They're
true.
They're pretty far down there. But yeah. No, I think the 917 was a little hotter than this. It came out a little later. They had some years where they ran alongside each other, but this was sort of a beat car, I think, at that point. But what do I know? Olsen up 0.2. I think, what are the fast times? Somebody talking about 44s and 43s are really fast times.
I saw some 43s in practice.
That's nuts. That is so quick.
And I think that was Ludden and Jolicoeur. Wathen was not too far from the top.
You know, this circuit and these cars might be a better fit than I think, because so much of the corners, the problem with the Formula cars is that they were so high speed and so dangerous, and you really got to slow down in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's will be interesting to see if we have a few more survivors out of 17. I think we had about that many in the 312T race. I think we had less than 10 finishers. I'm not sure. Pretty brutal race. The 72D was even worse. I think 8 people finished.
Going back and checking the broadcast because I can do that.
Pull that guy up.
And it looks like Wathen and Jolicoeur. Oh, Wathen had a 42.5 in practice.
Wow.
So.
And it's quick.
Yeah, it's blazing fast. Whether or not he can do that consistently is a whole nother matter.
Right. Oh, you're not broadcasting on NAGP, you're on something else.
Yeah, I'm on my
Gotcha.
My channel on
Moses
YouTube.
up 0.4 in Sector 1. That's Salem Montgomery Jr. You're up 1.2. Holy cow. He's got clear air. There's somebody up there.
So let's go find Salem.
He's in 10th. right now, but of course he doesn't have a lap in. So it's I'm not if you're I don't know if you're using the same broadcast app.
I'm using the Bcast app from the Assetto Corsa forums. Not been. Oh, and he just. Oh
no!
That's gonna damage his lap times for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna keep running with that. I wonder if it's see his wheel. Oh yeah, he's got suspension damage. I don't know why he's even on the track still. It's foolish, and somebody behind him thinks he's quick, but he's not. It's not. Oh god.
And there goes Chuck Carter.
Right.
And Salem is gonna pretty much call it, I think, at that point.
He's gonna park it. Yeah, you just can't do anything with suspension damage. Might as well just go back to the pits and start another outlap.
So you can definitely let me know who is up, because I do not have that information.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm 5th at the moment. That's crazy. How'd I do that?
Yep. Greg Myers.
Well, I don't want to rain on your parade, so I won't tell you.
I think I just drove the car.
Yeah. That's a good answer. Carter's up 1.2. What? Who's this?
Got Mike Monahan in the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast, Mike.
That's Mike Monahan.
Yeah, this is Mikey.
See ya.
We can see ya.
I'm in the broadcast.
I mean, why not?
I want to blow your scene.
I mean, it's a pretty casual scene, Mikey. We're not even on the NAGP channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys running the classic tonight?
Chuck Carter on pole.
Yeah, Chuck Carter with a 343.4. And he hits the railing.
Yep.
He's probably pretty happy about that one. Chris Moses is in the pits.
Yeah, there he is.
Jesse Olsen in the pits. We have 10 minutes left
Nobody's up on that one.
in qualifying, so they could technically put in 2 more laps. One out lap and a hot lap. It's probably all they're going to have time for.
I'm gonna leave it parked personally. That's my best.
Moses is back out on track. Never give up. Every lap is a chance to learn something.
Oh yeah.
Can we watch your broadcast?
It's on. What is it on? YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube. I posted the link up
in your
in the forums and on the Discord.
Oh, he's not in the Discord.
But it's on the forums. In the in that thread at the very end, unless somebody said something after I posted. So somebody just bumped up. I think it may have been Ian.
Yeah, me in the
third place. 1.9 behind Carter's time there.
That time from Chuck Carter's pretty good for a quali lap. You know, limited time. You don't have a whole hour like you do in the practice session. So
David just hopped up.
David Poole is in third. Yep, just bumped Jolicoeur.
Jolicoeur's got time though.
We're with John Houston right now, looking to see what maybe he can do. He looks like he's on a hot lap.
Chuck Carter's with the chicane thing there. Oh, just got moving back and forth. I mean, it's incredible. He kept heading straight. He's got traffic ahead of him, but he's on his out lap, so I wonder if it's going to affect him or not. Maybe able to get by him.
Well, they're going to have to, if anyone wants to put in 2 more laps, they're going to have to be coming out of the pits here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, they're actually, yeah. Running out of time.
Yeah, there's a couple spots you got to play chicken with the wall.
definitely.
Houston looks like he's doing a pretty good job of using all the track and just skirting danger.
Oh, that's Chris Moses ahead of Chuck Carter.
Houston now in 5th. The 3:45.3. And he's going to keep driving, so he may have another lap or two in him. Ian is also on a hot lap. Poole is on the out lap. Moses is on an out lap. So is Carter. So Joe LaCour is the only person in the top 4 currently on a hot lap. He goes passing by Jesse Olsen, who's potentially on an out lap.
What happened to Moses?
Yep. I don't know if anything happened to Moses. I think he's just finishing his out lap now. Yep.
Oh, okay. He was stopped in the hairpin for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, I missed it.
There. Yeah. Okay. And Carter, he may have had a collision with Carter because Carter was behind him on their out lap, and I was worried that Carter was actually gonna come up on him.
Carter's on the out lap now, so I wonder how much overtime they're gonna get when the time runs out.
I mean, I think they still get. I think they get to finish the lap.
I don't think you get a whole lap.
I think even at the Nürburgring, they got to finish the lap.
Really?
If they go past the line before time was out. Maybe I'm crazy, but
I thought it was like a couple minutes.
Well, I mean, even if it's a couple minutes, I think it wouldn't be surprised if they got plenty of time. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Well, the trick will be see who heads out of the pits with about 4 minutes to go, and see if they get to go all the way around. Hopefully, somebody who doesn't gonna make a mistake is Joe LaCour. Oh God!
Dude, he is too good at that.
That's just insane. It's not gonna be fast, but holy cow! How did he keep that out of the wall?
I need to learn that skill.
Yeah, no
to be
kidding.
honest.
I could save some things. I couldn't have saved that. I'm gonna sit here and watch the wheel now because that was ridiculous.
He does a lot of counter steering.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Which makes me think.
Yeah, that's what I
need to learn how to drift.
That's what I've learned myself is that and frequently when I'm really quick to counter steer is when I actually save it. Sometimes I'm really slow to counter steer because I'm trying to be smooth, and it doesn't always hugely work out.
Let's see. This thing says Chris Moses is interesting. So let's see where Moses is at.
Oh, Ian. Oh. I lost everybody's time since I turned my frame limiter off. How many laps are we running today?
That's a good question. Let's go look it up.
I think it's
22 laps.
Okay.
22?
Thanks.
Why did I think it was 10?
So I'll be pitting on the end of lap 8 and at the end of lap 15. Or that's the plan.
Because you can't go halfway.
No, there's no way. Car can do 9 laps at best.
Is that a tires problem or a fuel problem?
Fuel.
Okay.
Tires actually last a long time because it's the same tires as on the other car. Okay, who just headed out of the pits then? Kobus. We'll see, bud.
Yeah, that's being optimistic. Or he could just be putting in practice laps at this point, you know? Put in a full tank of fuel and just go drive it.
I run out when there's too little time to go because then you know you can't get in anybody's way really.
3:43.5. He moves into. Was Chris already in second? And he decides to not try for another one, or doesn't have the fuel to do it. So
I bet he didn't have the fuel.
Chuck Carter is now on a hot lap as the provisional pole sitter.
Good luck, Chuck. This will be his last time lap.
Let's see if anyone's on their way. Here's David Poole. He's on an out lap. Joel Lecore looks like he's on a hot lap, making his way to start finish.
Hope he's got enough fuel for one more, because he's not going to get first. You know that's what he wants. Oh, and he does!
First.
Way quicker in Sector 3. He improved in Sector 2, and then he was way quick in Sector 3. That was impressive.
And he's taking that one home.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, he doesn't have time to do anything else.
Let's see, here comes Matt Taylor. He's pulling up to start finish. Matt Taylor's in 12th. He moves up to 5th. Here comes Wathen. Currently in 9th.
Salem looking quick.
Ooh, and he like drifted around that corner. That was nice.
Yeah.
Wathen put in a 42 during practice, so we know he's got it in him, but can he do it here?
I wouldn't put it past some of these other guys either, to be honest. So Montgomery Jr. is looking pretty clean through Sector 3. Nice and slow for the airpin. Nice and
Wathen's in 9th. He's about to cross start finish. And he stays in 9th.
Boom.
And he gets pushed out by Olson, who takes 9th place.
Salem Montgomery Jr. with the first 32. Oh, and he runs into the crowd and the wheels fall off. That was spectacular.
Just caught a little bit of that. I wish I caught more of it.
Yeah, that was fantastic. All right, so Kobus, you are out of time, buddy. His lap took too long. So that will not do. He's pulling off. No, he's not.
Well, we're into overtime officially.
Jesse Olsen. Maybe he's in Sector 1, right? But he didn't have a last lap. I don't think. I think he's practicing. Oh, I hope
Kobus did not improve his time.
Yeah, I think Kobus didn't have. He was on an out lap, so he didn't have time to go all the way around.
Omar is coming around to start finish.
Oh, Olsen's ditched his lap. Joel, of course, still out there. He has been. Maybe he's on an out lap. He is.
Omar moves up to 13th, pushing back Terry Murphy and Kobus and Iggy. See if anybody else is. Iggy's actually out on track. I don't know if he's going to make it around in time. Well, we currently have Ian is technically not in the pits. Whereas, let's see. Let's see what Iggy's up to. Looks like he's going to get the finish. Yeah, oh, that was close.
Wonder who we're waiting on.
And Iggy does not improve his position.
Okay, probably.
Ian is driving around, but it must just be for practice because there's no way he's getting all the way around in time.
He's got 4 minutes and 30 seconds on this lap, so yeah, I'd say it's an out lap. I wonder if he knows he's holding us up, but is Iggy still on track?
Iggy's still driving around as well. Right now we have Iggy and
but
Ian.
Iggy went past the line after qualifying ended, though. So I don't know why. Alright, whatever. I guess we'll just watch these guys drive around.
Wait for it to be over. I'm feeling pretty good about my time of dash colon dash dash dot dash dash dash.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's like infinity.
I thought about plugging in the controller and giving it a go, but no. That just seems ill-advised.
I actually took my wheel off so I could see the whole screen because I was having trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't broadcast with the wheel in front of me.
I'm learning the tricks slowly. And it looks like Ian's about to give it up here. And we are done.
We're ready to go. Yeah, he didn't have a choice. That was him getting forced out, actually. Okay, 50 seconds wait time. They get their prod set up on. They get their race set up on. Yeah.
So, here we go. This says, let's see, practice qualifying. This says Salem got first. When did that happen?
Yeah, Salem. You didn't see it?
I missed it.
I thought I told you. No, yeah, he just got the first 43.42. Slotted it in there, 3 tenths ahead of Ian Jolicoeur. Actually, almost 4 tenths ahead of Ian Jolicoeur. So a really great time. He looked really clean through sector 3. Watching him because he was fast in the first 2. Ready? Okay, we got the proper wait time now. Nobody be left out in the cold here. And we got, let's see, 16 starters.
It's not bad for a fun race.
No, not at all.
Race fuel. So Salem looking pretty good in practice and qualifying, obviously. So
yeah, that's exciting to watch.
I think he and Jolicoeur.
That was like the shortest drivers meeting ever. So, like,
what did he say?
30 seconds. He said nothing important.
He said be cool, no whammies.
He should have said, "You're all gonna die. Good luck," and then just put you back. Could have been
yeah.
5 seconds. Then maybe race fuel. All right.
So who do we have here in the top 5, 6, 7, 10 that is going to be consistent around this track? Salem going to be consistent?
I mean, no. Probably not. Not to talk bad about Salem, but
do you have a penchant for some off-track shenanigans?
Yeah, you know, we just got to see how hard guys are going to race on lap 1. I think that's going to be kind of a big deal. Because we could lose a lot of guys or we could lose nobody on lap 1. And if they keep it clean on lap 1 and if their pace is you know, if their qualifying pace was representative of what they can maintain during the race, then maybe they'll just spread out and it'll be boring. But I really expect that Ian Jolicoeur is going to be really gunning to get in first place. Not to mention, you know, Chris Moses, who really wants a good finish here because he's never finished here. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be...
I just hope everybody makes it through the first lap. That'd be nice.
I'm going to watch those three guys and Greg. You got to watch Chris Moses because if he goes off, it's going to be spectacular. So, I don't want to miss that. It's hard to catch that part of the show, though. Not going to lie to you. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be good.
Chris mentioned in the pre-race that he hasn't finished a race here yet, so he's looking to not die tonight. So,
I mean, it's so fun when he dies. It's just like a fireworks show. I mean, I don't know if he could top what he did in the 312, but we'll see.
Well, I think John Watson's got a good shot around here. He's starting 10th, but he's put up some good times in practice. So I'm gonna give John Watson a nod, and then of course Jesse Olsen is always capable of being fast. So I'm gonna stick with the 9-10.
I'd like to publicly shame Ezza for not showing up to any of these classic GT races. Way to go, Ezza! You're not here.
Maybe it's too cold in Australia
It's too cold
this time of year.
That's why you got a sim race. You warm up the PC, you warm up the room. You're good.
Yep. All right, so let's just go through our rundown here.
Yeah, let's run down the order.
Salem Montgomery in first, Ian Jolicoeur second, Chuck Carter in third, Chris Moses in fourth, John Ludden in fifth, Matt Taylor in sixth, David Poole in seventh, John Houston in eighth, Jesse Olsen ninth, and John Watson 10th.
Right now we got our own Gregory Myers here with us in the broadcast booth and driving in 11th, so good luck, Greg. Mark DeGraw is starting 12th, Omar Gomez 13th, Terry Murphy 14th, Cobus, something is in 15th. I used to know how to pronounce it. Yeah, there you go. And then Iggy Chordia in 16th. And then it's us. So you didn't hit drive, did you?
No, I did not hit drive. What's the magic formula here?
Well, I like to kind of pick where I'm going to start, so I usually go to the front and move a camera around because you can do whatever you want. Hit F5 and kind of see the whole field. And then at the start, you'll see during the countdown because I'm looking back at the whole grid, I can see our cars disappear. And at that point, I hit drive, and then immediately click the first guy on the list in the broadcast app to view him. Okay. So
I have a different app.
However you're switching between, however you're switching between guys to view them.
Okay.
Just select the first guy, hit F5, and you'll be looking back on the start.
I can do that.
Kind of how I like to do it. Or if you have a favorite.
Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. Good luck, bud. If you have a favorite camera to start from, you can use any of them, but just you have to select two to view, otherwise you'll be viewing yourself after hitting drive. Will disappear, I think it's between 15 and 10 seconds. Nope, it's not. There we go.
There we go.
So you don't get much time. Here we go. Oh, bad start for Chuck Carter, I think. It's somebody stuck in the pits. Oh, no. Didn't see what happened back there.
Let's see where I am. I'm in the pits, so that's good. So we're going to switch to John Watson, who's in 7th. Let's just hop our way up the order here. John Houston, Jesse Olsen, David Poole, Matt Taylor, Chris Moses, Ian Jolicoeur right behind Salem. So we're going to stick with this for a moment because that looks like some hot car-on-car action.
Yeah, keep an eye behind. Wow, there's a real chain of cars forming up back there. That's going to be scary. Goodness gracious. Oh, these guys look so loose. In fact, Salem looks dangerously loose. Ian, dangerous on the ground there on that turn.
Ian's actually having to back off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No good place to pass here. I guess you got to pick and choose your battles. There he goes.
Getting crowded and the dirt is grippy, so you may have to push back if somebody's going to crowd you, because you cannot go in the dirt.
Because it'll slow you down.
Battle. Yeah, exactly.
Sticky
right.
in the bad way.
Yeah, I mean they did it so that you don't crash. You know, when you went off, it was so catastrophic. But if you have some sticky dirt, you can at least stop and get back on the road. And,
okay.
Because if you hit one of these buildings, you're going to have some weird physics bugs. Yep. Salem backs off wisely there.
Looks like Jolicoeur makes that stick.
A little bit of clear air. Yep. Oh. I would say that was a mistake, but it just looked like a really late turn in there. Oh, to the back. Oh no! John Wathen was flying through the air. Can't believe we missed that. See, Jesse Olsen also, he's out. Not sure what happened there.
Kobus
is still alive. Chris Moses.
Here's Jesse Olsen off track. That's sad.
Now Taylor's out. Wathen out. Carter is out. So I don't know where that happened, but there's a big gap between second place and John Houston in third. Houston started in 8.
Well, Chris Moses' car looks kind of beat up, and he's having a little bit of trouble controlling it. So I think he took some damage in an altercation.
Chris Moses just got suspension damage.
Iggy Chorty is looking okay.
Good.
Mark DeGraw looks good. Omar looked good. Gregory Myers in 5th. Not seeing any serious damage here. Pool is good.
Oh.
Houston Salem. Salem is chasing Jolicoeur. Not letting him get too far ahead. It looks like my nod to John Wathen didn't help any.
No, I don't
he's out.
think it did.
Hopefully that's not a form of broadcaster's curse.
Can't speak to that. All right, Chris Moses pulling into the pits. We'll see where he ends up. You know, this is still going to be a game of survival, so he's definitely not down and out. He could easily finish in the top 5. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Mistakes are costly, so we'll see. David is out.
Omar Gomez is chasing down Gregory Myers, or he's at least attempting to. This is probably our closest battle on track right now for 4th place. And I will be right back. Feel free to take it from here, Jake. I will hop to Salem, who's putting some pressure on Jolicoeur. And I'll be back in a moment.
I don't think either of these guys have any damage. In fact, being up front, they've probably escaped most of the mayhem so far. And that explains their 10-second gap back to John Houston there in 3rd place. Anyway. Joker must have made a mistake this lap to have let Salem catch up the ground, because he was 2 seconds faster, almost 2 seconds, second and a half faster last lap. So you'd expect more of a gap unless he has faltered or Salem has picked up the pace in some way. Here's the slowest turn on the circuit. Almost have to stop these cars. Oh, and Salem slides it a little there. Trying to get it rotated around. Turn back. Oh! Ludden just gets by. Who's that? That's Greg Myers. Fourth place, John Ludden. Myers really, I think actually John Ludden already had 4th, and maybe that was Myers contesting there, but anyway.
And we are looking at Gregory Myers now.
Ah, welcome back.
Yep, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Ludden got by Myers, or maybe, I don't even know. I guess Myers got up to Ludden is maybe the story there, but
Yeah, I think.
other than that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought maybe they were. Myers was already in 5th. I could be wrong. But,
Yeah, I think you're right. So Myers got up there, and Ludden must have made a mistake. I didn't catch that part, but keep an eye on that. And then other than that, battle for 1st.
Yep, so our timing over here that we have on the left with the BCast app, Jolicor is in 1st. So we will hop our way up to Ian. And then 1.2 seconds back from Ian is Salem. And then about 10 or 11 seconds back from Salem is John Houston. And then about another 15 seconds back from him is John Ludden. This field is really starting to kind of stretch out at this point. And then about 4.5 seconds back to Gregory Myers. And you can just see Ludden there in the distance. And Omar is actually 7 seconds back, roughly, to Myers. Iggy Choria about 5 seconds back from that. Mark DeGrasse 7 seconds. Terry Murphy 3-point-something, 6. Kobus is 1.5 seconds from Terry Murphy. So that's maybe a little bit of a battle. That's about as close as the gap from 2nd to 1st. Oh, and Omar and Iggy. Something just happened there. I think maybe they switched positions. Yeah, Iggy just passed. Omar's having a problem here. Oh, Omar's on the side of the road. That's not good. And he is in the pits, and that is going to be the end of his race. Salem just passed Ian. Ian must have had an off. I don't see any damage on the car, but he definitely did something to let Salem by. Ooh, getting a little squirrely in that corner. So do we think Ian's going to push the issue here with Salem? Oh my goodness. Are you there, Jake? Oh, Ian.
Sorry, I was muted. Ian made... Oh!
Ian
did he
just
blow it?
exited. He just disconnected.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
He must have hit the wall or something. I saw him losing it, but I didn't think he hit the wall.
No, he didn't hit the wall. He just... I don't know what happened. Maybe it was some distraction happening in his domicile. But we are right now with Cobus de Villiers, who is right behind Terry Murphy, who is right behind Iggy Chiordia, and Terry... Oh! Terry's a... Now we got a battle. Cobus quite astutely backed off of that, because he did not want any part of it. So we are 4 laps into our 22 laps, and we're down to 10 little Indians from the we started with 17, 18.
Yep.
That's a pretty high attrition rate.
Maybe, actually looking at the scoreboard, it looks like we only started with 16 cars, not counting us.
Ah.
But yeah, still not a great survival rate.
Things are definitely spreading out here. Jesse Olsen is about 20 seconds behind Cobus. And Moses is about 26 seconds behind Olsen. These two drivers I would expect to see making up some time over the course of the next 18 laps, but it could take a while in these cars.
Right. Sometimes it feels like you have to wait for the person ahead of you to make a mistake before you can gain any ground. Hard to speed up, you usually end up with a slower lap time, so it's an interesting dynamic there.
Cobus is now 1.3 seconds behind Terry Murphy. The only other close race might be Iggy Chiordia is about 3.5 seconds back from Mark DeGraw.
Be right back.
Okay. Enjoy some of this beautiful countryside. Let's see, Iggy is coming around to start finish. See what kind of lap times. The 3:55. Mark DeGraw put in a 3:59, so I guess maybe DeGraw had a little bit of a bobble on that last lap because it doesn't look like Iggy is catching him. Kobus seems to be making up a little bit of time on Terry Murphy. Oh, and that's not good for
Broadcaster's
Kobus.
curse. Broadcaster's curse. Brutal.
Sorry, Kobus.
Oh my gosh. That was brutal.
And looks like he's going to try to make his way around the wall to get back on track.
Yep.
He's going to have to let...
Ooh, careful there. Yeah.
Got to let Jesse Olsen by. So that maybe did not take as long as we were expecting. Sorry, Kobus. Hopefully your damage is not too severe.
That looks pretty bad, though.
Yeah. Oh, Mark DeGraw must have had an off because Jesse just drove right by him.
And there he is. So, race battle of the wrecked cars here. They both realized that the other... Oh my gosh. Mark DeGraw looks scary damage.
Ooh. Are these cars made out of sheet metal?
Yeah, I figure. Sheet metal over a tube frame. I have no idea.
So now Mark DeGraw and Kobus are back to fighting about it. We'll see how the Wounded Warriors proceed. If they choose to go in and get that damage fixed or just race it out to pit stops.
Oh, they're getting... I know Kobus will be getting fixed because he's got suspension damage, and it's just not pleasant to drive it that way.
Oh.
And then DeGraw, though, you know, he's moving around. His car's moving back and forth like he's got some kind of suspension damage. But when he goes straight, the wheel's pointed straight. Makes me think he wouldn't, but I don't know. Nice cube.
So Jesse Olsen is now putting some pressure on Iggy, and I'm not sure if Iggy's trying to block or if he's just weaving by accident. But Jesse Olsen now up in 6th position. I feel like Control 1 should be moving up the grid instead of back down the grid.
It's Control 1 and Control 3, right? So you can go either way.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like 1 should be taking me higher up the grid, not farther back down the grid. So let's see, Terry Murphy and Jesse Olsen are about to pass start finish. See what kind of times they're posting. Terry Murphy putting in a 4 flat, and Jesse Olsen putting in a 3:46.
Jeez. You gotta figure he's gonna make quick work of Terry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Terry is a little bit new here at the NAGP,
that
but
was wise, yeah.
I think that he's seems to be a good guy with some racing background, so hopefully he'll stick around, get up to speed.
Might have come from the other group, not sure.
Iggy Chiordia is now a half a second off of Terry Murphy. Curious to see how these two guys navigate their respective positions. Iggy Chiordia's last lap was a 4:07, so technically not putting in better lap times, but he does seem to generally be faster, maybe minus some incidents.
Yeah, well, his fastest lap was faster by 5 seconds, but it's a long track. Looks like he's made mistakes on 3 out of 5 laps so far. Where is Terry? There he is. Terry has not made mistakes. He's just a little bit slower. Yeah, so this will be interesting indeed. Iggy's got to keep it clean. Whether he gets ahead of Terry or not, he's got to keep it clean to stay ahead of Terry, because Terry is not making mistakes. At least not in the sense of, at least he's not inconsistently making mistakes.
I feel like I need to make cow noises when we pass by them.
You know, I'm sure it's appreciated.
I don't make good horse noises though. So if we pass a horse, I got nothing.
Oh man, Iggy just gained big on that last corner. Seems like sometimes he carries a lot more speed through. He uses more of the track on exit and ends up gaining a little bit of that distance back. You know, these cars accelerate so slowly. It's see the gap change. Oh,
that was odd. Was he?
That was wise. I think Terry just brakes a little more than Kobus does there, and not Kobus, excuse me, Iggy. But Iggy recognized that and just slowed down.
Looks like Moses has made it past Kobus. Speaking of Kobus.
Speaking of Kobus. Yeah, so I talked about Moses finishing top 5. Still seems pretty likely he could get there. Oh, and Moses gets by DeGraw. Yep.
Meant to skip to that sooner.
Oh. Wow.
Here's Iggy. Getting real close and friendly with Terry Murphy. I think Terry's going to let him have that one.
Terry's a kind driver around here for sure so far. Jesse Olsen, if Iggy gets there, will not be so kind.
Yeah.
And in fact, Terry, you know, race them, man. Kick their butts. It's a fun race. Well, it's not a fun race, I guess. This is a mini-series. So, take it seriously. Good job, Terry.
Oh, what just happened? Something's going on. Mark DeGraw.
Uh-oh. Did he go off?
He is in the pits.
Oh, he's having trouble in the pits.
So he's trying to get
some
work done, hopefully.
Looks like he got it.
Okay.
Yep. Oh. Uh-oh.
The BCast app lights up like a Christmas tree whenever something happens. I'm still trying to make sense of what it means.
I think he's trying to pit, but it doesn't look like it's working for him. Meanwhile, Houston on Lovin for P2.
Oh, thank you. I was just looking at the shakedown.
Jolicoeur's out. I missed that.
Yeah, Jolicoeur was out. like lap 4.
Yeah, 4 laps ago.
Or 3 or something.
Yeah.
It looks like it didn't even look like he really.
Oh, that's right. No, I didn't
damaged
miss
his
that.
car.
I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you hit that wall.
There's been so much excitement in this race. It's just too much to keep track of.
Yeah. Well, now we've only got 10, so that's a lot easier.
Yeah, John Houston and Ludden here are both pitting.
Oh, pitting.
On lap 8. Ooh,
Oh, Ludden hits the wall. Gotta take some repairs. Turn on repairs. Turn on repairs. Turn on repairs. I hope you got repairs on. Okay, here we go.
Let's see. Who's going to make it out first?
Oh, these guys.
Do we even know how long pits take here?
It's gonna make it out first. I have no idea.
We could be sitting here for like a minute and a half.
In the other two vintage, it takes a while. I'm sure they both fill up on fuel because they learned lessons from the previous races. Kobus is out.
Ah, sorry to see that, Kobus. We're having a nice look here though at the pit lane. This is actually a pretty attractive pit lane here.
Oh yeah, the pit lane's great. Yeah, Chuck does his little detail stuff. He likes it. He likes that kind of thing.
Well, somebody just flew by.
Yep, that would have been. That's our own Greg Myers. Is he still in here?
Yeah, he's here. Sometimes
Greg, how's it going, Greg?
He's quiet. He's like, wait for him to come into the pits. Oh, and
Pretty
John
good.
Houston is making it out. And John Houston beats John Ludden out of the pits.
Wow.
And I forgot to run my stopwatch on that one.
All right, I'll be more polite to Greg. Sorry about that, Greg.
Gregory Myers is now running in P2 behind Salem Montgomery.
Yes, he is.
Has a pretty substantial lead. Salem's just probably going to run away with this one, but we'll have to wait and see. So we can do a little mini rundown here. Salem, I don't think, has pitted.
No, he hasn't. Neither is Greg.
So Salem and Greg have to pit. So I guess maybe we should
Houston's pitted.
revisit the order around lap 10.
Well, I mean, the virtual order as it stands right now is that Salem Montgomery Jr. has got enough window. He'll still stay out in front, ahead even of Myers if he pits. Houston's in second really right now because he'll get ahead of Greg when Greg has to pit, and Jesse Olsen, I suspect, is in third right now.
Because he beat Ludden out of the pits.
The pits are so long. Yeah, the pits are so long that I think Greg's going to be behind these three guys after he comes out. And Salem Montgomery Jr. has a whole almost a minute and a half, over a minute and a half for Houston, so he's going to be in really good shape. Especially if he filled up on fuel like he should have.
We'll see. Terry Murphy currently running in 6th. Not sure if he's been to the pits yet. We know Chris Moses has been in the pits at least once, but that probably didn't help him a whole lot. And that was some serious broadcaster's curse. But he didn't hit anything hard.
Oh, no.
So it was probably just a little dirt on the tires.
Hard day for Moses.
He didn't hit the cow with the steel rod in it.
That's good. Oh, I just spilled my drink. Hold on.
Iggy Chiordia running in 8th place. Mark DeGraw is in the pits, hopefully getting some service. We are down to 9 Little Indians. And we are not yet halfway through this race. Salem is in the pits. So he finally is getting probably some fresh tires and fuel, I would imagine. Maybe some repairs fixed, but I don't think he had a lot of damage. So And he is going to retain first place. Gregory Myers just hits the pits. Currently in second. John Houston passes.
Yeah, I made it to the first rest area.
Nice. So, how was the first stint?
That's pretty good. And wow, this fuel's taking forever. That's insane.
Are you getting some damage fixed?
Now the damage is fixed, tires are changed. The fuel is what takes forever on these stops. Wow.
About how much fuel do you have left to go?
Too long. Wow, this is torture. Okay, anyway. Should be getting on track soon.
Any memorable moments from your first stint?
Moses, I thought he died. That's funny.
But
Alright, here we go.
He rose from the ashes. And here comes Greg Myers out of the pits, passing Terry Murphy, who just went into the pits. And Greg is going to emerge as P5. That does still sort of look like a Rouge. Now let's see. Mr. Myers is about 9 seconds back from Chris Moses. We probably aren't going to get to see Moses in the distance. So at this point, we would expect everyone to have a nice, clean, shiny exterior from their pit stops. Except for John Ludden, who may have had a little damage since his pit stop, or maybe he got that damage going into the pits and decided not to fix it. Don't know. I'll be curious to see what kind of lap times he's going to be turning.
No, I bet if somebody came in and didn't fix their damage, I bet it was a mistake. And Olsen's out.
Ah! I didn't even get to curse him.
Talking about Moses getting top 5 while he's P4.
Yeah.
Looks like Houston has pitted. Montgomery has pitted, and he stayed out ahead by 30 seconds. Wow.
And Ludden's getting ready to cross start finish, but this is basically an out lap, so still be curious to see what his time is. Maybe somewhere around the 4-minute mark. .344. Must have, okay, never mind. That can't be an out lap. That's got to be an actual lap.
Yeah, his out lap was lap 8.
Sorry.
5:05.
I lost one.
Yeah, after their stop, it's a long stop. It's about a 5-minute out lap, counting his top time. So, pretty brutal. About a minute, at least a minute and 10 seconds there it takes in the pit.
So running a 344 with this car carrying the damage it has now, not too bad. This must not be causing too much of distress.
Yeah, well, let's see. No suspension damage, it looks like, so.
John Houston is now 28 seconds, roughly, behind Salem. Not sure if that's time he's going to be able to make up. We should maybe try to keep an eye on that gap as he's crossing start-finish and see how that goes. But Houston put in a 3:46 on his previous lap. And Salem put in a 4:55. That sounds like an outlap. So, you know, at this point in the race, it's all about just trying to keep up your motivation to put in fast laps, but not lose your focus. Oh, we got a random joiner. Galen Racer is in. I do not have admin rights. So hopefully he will play nice in the middle of our fun race. Oh, that didn't look good.
It's the same guy that showed up Thursday. I don't know.
Oh.
He
Well,
must be on the forums.
Galen Racer, feel free to check out the forums, log in, say hello.
Yeah, just don't screw up anybody's race. Or
Please don't
murder
screw up
you
anyone's
and
race.
Bury your body in a dumpster. I don't know why you bury a dumpster. It seems like a lot of effort, but we'll do it.
Salem is coming around to start finish. And that was a 3:44.612. Not too bad. Let's see. Houston is making his way to start finish now.
He is going to be the first one to contend with this guy who has not done any laps here. Clearly.
That was a 3:45. So he is making some ground on Salem, but not enough at this point to close the gap before the race is over, unless maybe Salem has some trouble, which we don't wish on anyone. But it looks like Salem's going to take this one home if he can keep it clean and at the same pace he's running now. But anything's possible because it's racing.
Galen Racer.
Having a little trouble.
Yeah. Looking in his rearview mirror, just waiting for. So don't want. Oh yeah. Oh, he's just gonna stop and let him go by. That's a good idea, bud.
Thank you.
One more.
That's some polite racing. And there goes John Ludden.
It's a little strange, but I think he's going back to the pits. No, he's not.
Well, as long as he's respectful, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I guess so. Yep.
John Ludden is 6 seconds behind Houston. And that's about the closest race we have right now. You can see this little dot up there ahead in the distance.
Yeah, you can.
That would be Mr. Houston.
That is indeed. Where do you live, Dave? Virginia?
What's that?
You live in Virginia, right?
North Carolina.
Oh, you live in Raleigh. That's right.
That's right. Yep.
That's
So Ludden's not really making any progress on Houston. He may have had a slightly... Yeah, Ludden did have a slightly faster lap previously. So given enough time, he may be able to contend for second. And then Greg Myers is in fourth. Moses is about a minute behind. So I don't... Yeah, Moses and Myers may be meeting here in about... 7 laps.
Wow.
And we've got 10 laps to go, so this may be a pit stop rotation.
Oh yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, Greg pitted a lap later, so you got to figure he's got a little more left in the tank. No, excuse me. Moses pitted lap 10.
Oh, he also pitted...
Oh, right, he pitted lap 2 and then
Yeah.
lap 10 because he had that damage early on.
But technically they each have one pit left, so now it's kind of equalized. And we are watching Moses. Ludden's 4.5 seconds back from Houston, so either Ludden found some speed or Houston had a mistake, but Houston's not that much farther back from Salem than he was before.
Yeah. Well, Ludden is quicker on average. And he was
Ludden
quick
had
the
a
last
343
lap
on his
by
last
almost
lap,
2
yeah.
seconds. Yeah.
2 seconds faster, basically, on his last lap. So that's where
yeah,
that
that
came from.
explains the 2 seconds, yeah.
Gregory
And
Myers
Scott's
coming
just a
past
little
start
bit
finish.
bigger.
Putting in pretty consistent laps. Ooh, Iggy is half a second from Terry Murphy. I think these guys have been probably battling it out for a good portion of the evening. Iggy maybe took a little too much grass on that one. I hear too much grass will slow you down. Oh, John Ludden just got past John Houston. The Johns. So Houston may have had an issue there. And he definitely has some rumpling in that that sheet metal.
All right, Terry Murphy about to get past.
Oop, sorry.
Don't apologize.
So much action on track.
You know, Terry's not letting him by this time. He's going to put up a fight.
He should. He should be
Yeah, he
fighting for
should.
it.
Because he's more consistent than Iggy is right now. So all he needs to do is stay ahead and keep it clean. Iggy will probably make a mistake and give him some room in a little while. Just got to hope he doesn't make a mistake too close to you. That's the goal here. As Iggy pulls alongside, Terry's like,
Terry's
yeah, I'm
gonna
not
let it
having
go.
any of that. Yeah. Just wait it out, buddy. I mean, 7th ain't bad.
Looks like Terry Murphy's about to get lapped.
That's right. That would be Mr. Salem Montgomery Jr.
Yeah, he was flashing his lights at Iggy.
Yep, I'm sure he was.
Still a little bit of a gap there. We'll see how quickly Salem makes up this gap to Iggy. Hopefully Iggy's not driving in his rearview mirror.
Yep, it's always tempting to do that. But you don't want to miss this turn. And he turns off there. Well done. Salem with no traffic to contend with unless he can get all the way up to Moses. And you know what? I don't think he can. And Greg Myers is turning it on. Gonna stay away from Moses, he thinks.
Myers coming up to start finish through La Source. The 354.8. Terry Murphy's about 4.5 seconds back from Iggy, but not sure when they will be in closer proximity. And there's Salem driving away from Iggy. And this is Terry Murphy looking out the front of his windscreen at Iggy in the near future.
Oh, Iggy's out.
Oh.
That was a disco. I think that was a disco. So, sorry, Iggy. That's a bummer. It's just the reality of sim racing, though, I think. You've seen almost everybody in the lead get slammed by a disconnect or a transmission in the past little while, even Chris Moses. Yeah,
how's it feel being in the top 10, Jake?
Well, I'm not on my scoreboard because I'm the broadcaster, Dave. So.
I don't have that fancy scoreboard yet.
Yep. Oh, I should have sent you the link. But anyway, it's not a big deal. I'm sure you're.
Yeah, it's fine.
Looked really good on last week's. But yeah, I wish I could have had the wheel connected. I'd probably go out there and try it out if I could find some clear track. But I don't want to screw these guys' lap up, and I didn't really enjoy it in the other cars.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but they're kind of boaty. They don't feel like race cars in the same way that even the classic, the classic open wheel cars with no tires still feel like race cars in a way.
We are a little bit spoiled with our modern machinery.
I'd rather drive the Maserati 250F than these things. I mean, Chuck had his little quarter-mile oval thing in that Maserati, and that was the 12-cylinder 250F, and that was a blast. That was just nuts. Anytime I drive those things, I enjoy it, and it's such a challenge, just like these cars, but they're not so heavy. They don't feel so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that helps.
There's no shortage of countryside here. Giving Chris Moses a little time on the screen. in this picturesque area of Belgium.
Looks like he's gonna finish if he can keep it clean. I mean, like you said, he may run into Myers eventually down the road here, but you know, Greg's a clean racer, so that should go fine, and then he's free to go for 4th place if he can get by.
So we've got
Nice,
8
guys
laps.
racing.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be...
Greg turns his personal best to 3:52.4. So if Chris Moses is turning to 3:46, and Greg is turning a 3:52, that's about 6 seconds, a little over 6 seconds. And if I find the scoreboard button, I'll find out that Moses is 31 seconds behind Greg. So he needs 5 laps. We'll see about that. I got faith in you, Greg.
Oh, we are watching Greg now. Make his way through the...
I am. Yeah, checking him out. Greg has been here too long to be susceptible to broadcasters' curse. So...
He had his cootie shot.
yeah, exactly right. He's also in the broadcast booth, which maybe cancels it out, I'm not sure.
Could be.
Blood might turn a fast lap here.
.342.8. Oh! That definitely counts as broadcaster's curse.
Oh, Greg! Oh no! Oh
Yeah, that was
no!
Ludden. Ludden just smacked a wall.
Greg's out.
It looks like I'm out.
Jeez. Too bad.
So Greg's
Yeah, Ludden
curse would
smacked
be
the wall
switched
too.
off of him, and everyone else's
Well, I
curse would be
was still,
switched to
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Because I
Sorry,
caught
Greg.
I caught Ludden's fast lap, and then Ludden.
Yeah, whenever I heard, oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry, man. Ludden smacked the wall after setting a fast lap.
Sorry, bud. That's over. Well, I guess not. I don't know if you enjoy driving these cars around, but I think it's a pain in the ass. All right. So we got Houston in the pits. How did that happen? Did
You
he get teleported back?
splitting the difference, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so.
And
They
he
did
is.
on lap.
He'll probably make it out of the pits before Moses catches up. I would
I
assume.
believe you're right about that.
Oh,
You're
man.
right. Yes, sir. Sorry, Greg. It sucks.
What happened?
He just. I saw it, you know. I was watching Greg at the time, and you said "whoa," and then Greg just carried a little too much speed through one of the corners where you cannot carry too much speed, and it went off. It's very.
And that was that.
It was as if you had predicted it with your.
I ran into a brick wall
Yeah, I mean, sort of.
of a building.
except that- yeah, and then he flipped over, and his wheels sort of separated from his car. Really interesting stuff. Quite catastrophic. Moses isn't pitting yet.
Oh, that's that.
Until late in the race. And then there were 5.
And I will be right back. We are on Salem, just watching him put in some laps here. We haven't gotten to watch him very much, so...
no, we haven't. See what his secret is. Just keeping it tight and slow, and then get on the power early. Yeah, I bet he just put in the time here. Salem hasn't had the greatest luck. I think the Ford, you know, he likes the Ford, but really struggled through the GT season. So good to see him performing here. I'm sure he's happy to be in front. He was bragging to me when he came back as about something about lapping the whole field. I don't know. He's pretty proud of himself. Oh, that looks not quite right, but he keeps it straight, so that's no problem. He's going all the way. He seemed to go all the way to the white curb on the edges. It's really seems dangerous, but I guess if it works, if it looks stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Seems like Ludden is like half a lap behind Salem. Got passed by John Houston.
Yep, Houston just finished his out lap and Ludden stopped in the pits, so looks like Ludden went a lap longer. And
so now Houston's back in second. Is Moses going to pass Ludden?
Take 2 pit stops in a row? I think he took 2 pit stops in a row. I don't know why he would have to do that unless he made a mistake. Yeah, so, well, but Moses still has to stop again. So you gotta assume Ludden just took his last stop. Whether he stopped 2 times in a row or not, I don't know. But a 441, that's a slow lap. That's a quick lap if you're talking about after a pit stop. Actually, it's a very quick lap. It's too quick. So he must have made a mistake on lap 14, excuse me, lap 15, and then he pitted at the end of lap 15. So that's where John Ludden's at. Will Moses catch him before Moses pits? I'm expecting Moses to pit at the end of 18, 19, or 20. So we will see.
Currently watching John Ludden. Salem Montgomery is now in the pits. I don't think he'll be in the pits long enough for Houston to catch him.
No, I don't think so either. That would be an incredibly long pit stop, and in fact, I think that was a short stop to get these last 5 laps of fuel.
And Salem's out of the pits.
Yep.
So our closest race right now is Chris Moses chasing John Ludden.
Oh no! Trouble for Salem. Hits the wall. No suspension damage, maybe. He's got right side damage. But that's not the end of the world. Swing looks okay. Oh, but he's got front end damage.
A little bit, yeah.
Keep an eye on him.
Got some banged up body work.
Well, you got to consider, I mean, he's got to lose a whole minute to Ludden to even be at risk here, so.
Just having your car act differently, you know, can maybe
well,
throw
exactly
enough of a wrench
right.
into your
The risk is
flip
death,
and throw.
right? Yeah. Oh, Moses and Ludden are close. What's going on there? Not that close.
So Ludden's coming around for his pass at start finish. So we'll see what kind of times he's putting in. But it does look like Moses is making up.
Ooh,
That was a 4:58. That was a super long lap.
braking wrong there. Right, that was his out lap. Chris Moses is pitting. So he pitted a lap earlier than I expected him to. Oh, no! Oh, no! That was devastating. What's the penalty for that? Isn't it 5 seconds?
And missing
and
your
then
pit
he
stop.
misses his pit lane a little bit. Yeah, that's not good. So he just needs to stay 5 seconds ahead of Terry then. Terry's pretty slow. That should be doable, but I don't know if he can get Ludden with the penalty.
Well, Terry Murphy's going to get a top 5 finish just for surviving.
Yep, exactly right. It pays to survive, and look at his lap times. They're super consistent. You didn't just survive. You didn't make any mistakes. That's key. I think he's running. I wouldn't be surprised if he's running heftier wing than these guys and just taking it easy. Because that's what I would have done.
So Salem ran a
If I can
3:45.
keep it on track. That's a quick lap. So damage not hitting him too bad anyway. Keep him ahead of Houston for sure, who turned to 3:43 but turned to 3:51 last lap, so he must have made some small mistake.
And Moses is now leading the pits. They
Out ahead of Terry.
fresh set of paint.
Yep.
These are pretty cars.
Yeah, they're really great looking. I actually think I like how this one looks better than the 917. Oh, that looks scary. Everything looks like sliding in this car, because it is.
So Ludden is now 16 seconds from Houston. I don't think he'll be able to do anything about that. And Moses is now a full 100 seconds behind Ludden, so there's Nothing happening there. Somebody would need to have a catastrophic issue for the current standings to change.
Absolutely. Oh, and as you say that, Chris Moses is upside down in a farmhouse. That is not good. That is not where you want to be. That is not it.
And he's not going anywhere.
No, he's done.
His tires are fully off the car. There's nothing. There's nothing holding those tires to the vehicle. There's no transaxle.
You know, I think that happens. I think that's just full suspension extension there. That's all that is.
Oh.
And the suspension has the characteristic. It's a German design that's invisible. So that's all that is. That's just fine. So
it's magic and wizardry.
Right, exactly right. Porsche did that kind of thing. Sort of channeled some spirits from another world.
And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
And so his not ending races here streak continues.
Wow, it does. Wow.
Salem, currently in first place, quite easily in first place by 80 some seconds. John Houston,
Terry Murphy.
Yeah.
Who's coming up on him?
Ludden.
So 1 minute and 35 seconds is approximately 0.4 of a lap, in case you were wondering. Watching the race with us, I assume. 4 guys remaining. Will we have a full podium with 4 laps to go? Will we have a full podium?
That's a great question. 4 laps is a lot of laps.
It is not guaranteed at this point.
So let's see. We've done 18 laps so far. We've been losing less than a driver per lap, roughly speaking.
True.
So.
But we have lost a driver every 2 laps. So
it's true.
We've lost more than that, actually.
We could end up on the podium.
We could end up with a little bit of a mess. And John Ludden gets loose. Keep it on track, boys. This is your chance. Free podium.
That puts the fun in fun race.
Yeah. Admittedly, the podiums in fun races don't feel the same, but
hey, just getting on the podium anytime with these guys around is a
oh yeah,
is a Herculean effort.
Yeah.
Ludden is drifting it around some of these corners.
He really is. It's making me nervous, honestly.
It's just how he rolls. He's coming up to start-finish, so we'll get to see a lap time here. 3:44, pretty good. I'd say that's
pretty good, not in a hurry. He knows he's probably not going to catch up to Houston, so.
Yeah.
Just maintain. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy. Gotta crash after this.
Terry Murphy currently in 4th place because Moses is sitting in the pits, eating his bucket of fried chicken.
I don't know about that.
I heard NASCAR guys used to keep buckets of fried chicken in the car first when the safety car would come out.
That's ridiculous. That doesn't sound real.
All right.
Although it would stay hot, you know.
It would.
It would stay hot. Oh, that's a good idea. That's an idea for the Lemons car. If I ever do that, that's got the hot box with the fried chicken.
The bow box.
Sort of hanging out by the exhaust. Yeah, there you go. There's not supposed to be a hole in that, dude. Yes, there is, man. I've got to heat the chicken. No,
well, just the scent of the fried chicken on track. You're driving
would
around.
be so motivating, you know. All the oil and gas and shit. Yeah, I don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
Could go badly.
Could get a craving, and it could be perfect. Or yeah, it could go really badly. You got greasy hands.
Oh yeah.
Go green and yeah, disaster. Plus, like, do you take your gloves off? How do you eat it? What's the rules there? You know you can't take your gloves off anymore.
Gotta eat it with your gloves on somehow.
Oh yeah. Well, that sounds kind of gross.
Then you just chuck it out the window when you're done.
Oh jeez. Just a chicken bone, I guess.
What? Pop a tire.
What? I'm seeing the pit options screen. That's interesting. That doesn't exactly. Like the old school one where you picture stuff when you start.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. I must think I'm moving. That must be it.
Salem Montgomery Jr. just driving away with this one.
Yep, looking good. That means no podium for Terry. But he'll be okay with 4th place, I bet.
I think he'll be pretty good with that.
Yeah. Should make t-shirts. I survived. I only have to make 4 of them.
What is the deal with these trees with no leaves?
I don't know.
The safety standards back then must not have been on par with modern safety standards, because these people are just standing behind a sawhorse.
Yeah.
It's not really gonna.
Correct.
It's not a lot of protection.
No.
And the sawhorses are not even painted orange or some other bright color.
Nope.
Salem currently 60 plus seconds in the lead. Last lap was a 3:48, so he is cruising home to victory at this point.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even be driving fast if I were Salem. big lag spike there for me.
You don't want to drive too slow, get off your rhythm, make a mistake.
Right.
Currently have 42.8% of the cars in the pits right now.
What?
Because there's it's 5/7. I mean, sorry, 3/7 of all cars on track right now are in the pits, which works out to 42.8%.
Oh, you're counting me. I understand.
Yeah, we're all. I mean, you know, we're technically on track.
Yeah, I always forget about myself since I can't see myself on the list because John Ludden set it up to know who the broadcasters are and hide them on the broadcast. So you're there, but I'm not. And if Jack was here, he actually would be on the list, whether he was racing or not. It's kind of funny.
So we're on lap 21 of our 22-lap extravaganza. Salem's in first. John Houston just passed start finish. Did a 3:44.2.
Yeah, but 72 seconds, that's not going to happen. Unless Salem screws it up.
John Ludden is about 10 seconds back, 12 seconds back from Houston.
Yeah,
using his
and he
his
turns his
invisibility
fastest lap. 3 seconds fast.
Wow.
Nope, 2.5 seconds faster there.
3:41.9.
That's faster than the qualifying laps.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy fast.
but still, I mean, with 12 seconds to go, 13 actually.
That's got to be a lap
Quite a
record
haul
around
for
here.
2 laps. Yeah, it might. No, it won't be because the other cars we've raced around here were the open wheel cars. But it's a lap record
well,
for this
yeah.
car.
Yes. I think you should definitely get a sticker or a T-shirt or something for setting a lap record. An honorable mention in the anniversary program.
Alright, Salem about to start the final lap. Still got a 72. Oh, and he's got a pit.
Oh, Salem hitting the pits. What's this about? Is this a fuel problem?
Time.
Well, this is an odd little wrinkle we have here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Must have been fuel. 'Cause that was a splash and go.
That was a total splash and go. I think you still got plenty of buffer.
Yeah. with 72 seconds, he might have been able to conserve. It depends on how much fuel it was, but it's hard to conserve in this game, though. It's not easy. So, see how much time he lost. And Houston gets about up there.
Salem Montgomery is the leader, and he is on the final lap. So in about...
He's got, that took 20 seconds off his lead, but that's no big deal. He's got 53.5 seconds back to Houston. So he can just take it easy. And it sounds like he is.
It is now officially 11 o'clock. We are at the 2-hour mark since we started qualifying. So this is a nice little race evening for these guys. And here he comes to the source, heading to start finish. Salem Montgomery is going to be the race winner. John Houston, 40-some seconds back, making his way to
Yeah, it's going to take a
finish.
second. He's still got time to make a major mistake if he wants to. That would be exciting. Don't do it. Don't do it, John.
Putting broadcaster's curse to the test here.
It's John Houston. That was clean as it gets, and across the line he goes.
You can hear John Ludden's car off in the distance. So that is second place for Houston.
Round.
John Ludden now coming around the source, heading to start finish. So that is the podium. Terry Murphy is somewhere back there. I'm not exactly sure.
He's gonna finish a lap down. Yep. He's got about a minute left in his lap. A little over a minute. he's definitely not in any hurry because he doesn't want to wreck the car. Does have some damage.
I don't think anyone has made it around this track without some damage.
Yeah, he has suspension damage, so he hit something hard. And his last lap was a 4:12, so he's hurting a little bit. But he's only a lap down. He's going to finish a lap down. He gets to finish. That'll be our fourth and last finisher. What a spectacle! That was interesting. Chaotic.
Well, the front windshield looks fine, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got rear end damage and right side damage.
And here it is.
And front end damage. Yep, and there he goes.
And that is the conclusion of tonight's race. Terry Murphy brings it home in fourth and does a little shebang bang there at the end.
There. Suppose it's gone.
Well, good job, everybody.
Yeah.
That was a pretty tough race. It was a true death race, I think.
Yeah,
4 out of 16. 16 starters.
4 out of 16. We had 25% survival rate.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen such mayhem and destruction.
Yep. Alright, I have got to go to bed. See
Cool.
you guys later.
Yep. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, no problem, man. That was fun.
You'll have a good one.
Yep. And thanks, everyone, for joining us on the stream. And go visit the NorthAmericanGP.com for more information about NAGP. And we will see you next time.